Hello and good day to all of Freak Nation. This is Double J once again, and today we are going to talk about what is surprisingly a good show. And of course, I'm talking about the Twisted Metal series, currently streaming on Peacock at the time of this video's creation. To anyone who is familiar with movie and TV adaptations of video games, it can be hit or miss. Mostly miss, especially in early days of video game adaptations.
You suck!
Raul Julia deserved better. For those of you unfamiliar with the Twisted Metal franchise, here's a very simplified brief of the property. Twisted Metal is a video game series owned by Sony that focuses on demolition derby type gameplay. So far, there are 10 entries in the game series, if you count Black Online separately. The series' first release was in 1995, and so far the last entry was in 2012, quite a bit ago. From what I could find online, it appears that due to dwindling sales of the series back then, made Sony basically lose interest in any further development of the franchise.
Hello, I like money.
However, they were planning on reviving it a few years ago with a live service game. But of course, due to layoffs, have since canceled the title back in 2024.
Money!
And as far as I know and what I could see, all official servers for online gameplay of the franchise have been shut down. But there does remain hope if you still wish to play online. There are fan-hosted servers that you can join, but you're going to have to look those up for yourself.
Oh, come on!
In most games, the yearly Twisted Metal tournament is hosted by a man called Calypso, who grants the wish of the winner in a monkey's paw, or, if you will, be careful what you wish for type way. Now, I have played earlier entries in the franchise, and I believe the last one I played was Twisted Metal 3. And to be honest, it's just chaotic fun. Nothing too deep, just sit back, relaxing battle royal with your friends. Can you dig it? Although I like the franchise, it has been so long since the franchise has seen the light of day that I admittedly forgot it existed for many years. So when I saw Sony was making a TV show adaptation of it, I was surprised and skeptical at the same time. Because, as we all know, video game adaptations, for one reason or another, are hard for studios to pull off. But Double J gave it a chance when the first season came out, and I was surprised at how much I liked it. Before we go any further, just warning you, there will be spoilers in this video. But you knew what you clicked on. Last chance. Alright, here we go. The series is set in a post-apocalyptic future where certain cities throughout the country have walled themselves off from the rest of the world and require delivery drivers called milkmen in this world to deliver goods from city to city. Obviously, with walled cities, the world beyond the walls is a dangerous place. It's filled with warlords and criminals and general psychopaths that have taken over the roads and highways and basically whatever was left of the country that the rich city dwellers didn't want.
I'm super cereal.
I would say if you strip it down to its most basic level, it's a tale of the haves and have-nots. In Season 1, we are introduced to our main protagonist, John Doe, played by Anthony Mackie, who is known for playing Falcon, and I believe he's the new Captain America in the MCU. And Quiet, played by Stephanie Beatriz, who is known as Detective Rosa Diaz in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she voiced the main character in Encanto. Now for me, these two actors were complete mysteries, as I've never seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I don't know what Encanto is, and I lost interest in the MCU way back during the Avengers movie. Anyways, throughout the 2 seasons, we get to meet all kinds of great characters. The first of which, and I believe probably the most famous, is Sweet Tooth, played by pro wrestler Samoa Joe and voiced by Will Arnett. who I guess kinda has the secondary story or B plot of the show, depending on how you look at it, but Sweet Tooth is featured a lot. Now, just in case you couldn't tell by my spiffy new outfit, I absolutely love this portrayal of Sweet Tooth. I think both actors pulled it together perfectly.
Excelsior!
Some other standout characters include Agent Stone, played by Thomas Hayden Church, Raven, played by Neve Campbell in Season 1, and Patty Guggenheim in Season 2, Mr. Grimm, played by Richard D. Clark, Axel, played by Michael James Shaw, and Calypso, played by Anthony Kerrigan, which I guess fans are split on his portrayal of the character. I thought his portrayal was great and really enjoyed him, but, to each his own. All in all, I thought the character portrayals in the show were really well done and made sense for the universe. The only real character problem I had was Minion. I was a little disappointed when the character showed up with no tank and looking like some sort of knockoff Power Rangers character.
It's morphin' time!
But I think my biggest disappointment was when Midian first showed up, and I and every breathing human with eyes who watched the show could relatively easily put it together right away that it was Dollface, or Krista if you will, John's dead sister. It just seemed a little lazy to me, but all in all, it didn't ruin the show. It's just kind of, it is what it is moment, if that makes sense. As far as the actual story and world building goes, I thought it was really well done. Of course, not everything was a winner, and I know I'm beating a dead horse here because literally everybody online who reviewed the show has the same complaint. Second episode of Season 2 with the Dollface clan, or whatever they're called, got old to me really quick. And the love story dynamic between John and Quiet can get a little repetitive and old in spots, but there are plenty of fun moments in it to make up for it. But on a whole, it's fine, and I understand why it's in the show. Everything else was fine and fit within the universe and story, which is very strange for modern Hollywood. Now, one of my favorite story arcs was the conflict between Sweet Tooth and Mr. Grimm.
Excelsior!
Now, I'm admittedly probably being a little biased because my favorite characters in the game are Sweet Tooth and Mr. Grimm. So I was pleasantly surprised when these two were put in a story arc together. I just wish we got to see more of it, but again, that's just my personal preference. So, in conclusion, the Twisted Metal series is exactly the kind of show I want to watch after work. It's a fun action comedy that doesn't take itself too seriously. I don't have to think too much about it when I watch it, and it doesn't get all preachy with current event talking points. Because at the end of the day, just like everyone else who has to start work before the sun comes up and gets home when the sun is going down, all I want is to be entertained and not have to think about the problems of the world, at least for a little bit. And in my opinion, this show does it. You just sit back, shut your brain off, and enjoy some simple storytelling with tons of car wrecks and explosions. And I don't think Hollywood has given us that for quite a few years now. So it's nice to have something that focuses on entertaining. Can you dig it? But anyway, so what did you think of the Twisted Metal series? Did you like it, hate it, or even watch it? Are you a fan of the franchise? Please let me know in the comments below. This has been Double JTV once again, and of course, hashtag Freak Nation, everybody. If you liked what you just watched, then please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, then I thank you for hanging in there until the end.
Get it on. Go, go, go.